being in another country, players losing family members.
That's right, like Sree, yeah.
Sree, and a ridiculous amount of injuries before games, during games. It was like seriously against them. I think as Aussies, people, we always appreciate and respect.
It was a depleted team, no captain. It was like I don't know how they did it, but it was some sort of team magic and belief. It was just the best.
But I thought India deserved it. They really deserved it.
It's really good. Like, we lost, but it was great to watch the Indians play, especially the young blokes. Like, it just shows the depth of Indian cricket.
After the first test, how they bounced back and what they've been through and the amount of injuries they had, I just thought it was really probably one of the greatest, most courageous sort of sporting achievements in not just cricket but in all of sport. I really was sort of impressed by the Indians.
Hi, it's Norman Kochannek here. I'm actually in Coogee, Sydney, Australia, and I'm actually talking to people who are walking past regarding the impact of the Australia-India series and the way that India has actually, quite frankly, knocked them over pretty easily, and just seeing their reaction. I've actually got Rob here. Come and show off you, Rob.
Yeah, how you doing?
How are you, Rob?
Good, how are
Norm,
you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What's your thoughts on this whole series? How do you feel about it?
Oh, as a spectacle, it was an amazing series, and to be honest, I actually found myself near the tail end of that final test match, sort of almost cheering the Indians on. I was actually, throughout, I just thought it was, after the first test, how they bounced back and what they've been through and the amount of injuries they had, I just thought it was really probably one of the greatest, most courageous sort of sporting achievements in not just cricket but in all of sport. I really was sort of impressed by the Indians.
That's amazing. I mean, that's an incredible thought. How an Australian like Rob here has actually taken it on and embraced it based on the courage that you saw.
Well, they did it with class as well.
Yep.
They were like, it's not always the case in cricket, especially when the Aussies are involved and all that. I don't know if that was partly because Kohli wasn't here. It might have helped, but just to lose the amount of players that they did in the class that they had, and then just to do it the way they did. Every test match was exciting, and Australia, had supposedly a great attack, but maybe not as good as they thought they were, or the Indians are just better than we thought they were.
Exactly.
But I think it was just, I think, and a lot of people I've spoken to, just sort of everyone was just in awe of, what the Indians achieved. So there you go.
I really appreciate it, Robert. I mean, I've been following the series all the way through, and I felt very much like you. I felt that I was on the Indian side effectively, because it just seemed to me they were the underdogs. They lost so many players, and to keep coming at Australia like they did and not back down, no fear factor, was commendable to me.
Yeah, being in another country, players losing family members.
That's right, like Sree, yeah.
Sree, and a ridiculous amount of injuries before games, during games. It was like seriously against them. I think as Aussies, people, we always appreciate and respect, underdogs and courageous efforts, and we're all right. We can sort of dip our hats and say, yeah, it was a job well done. They were too good.
That's amazing. It's almost like we've turned the table somewhat. The Indians are the Australians, and the Australians are the Indians in a way. No, it was fantastic. Really appreciate your time, Rob.
Well,
and so that was great. This is Norman Kochannek on Eyes on Cricket with Norman Kochannek. I really appreciate Rob being really a typically Australian reaction to this whole event. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
No worries.
Thank you.
So, do you want to tell us your thoughts about the Test series, especially India and Australia, how they played?
Well, mate, I thought it was fantastic. But I didn't think Australia were going to lose like that. I thought, wow, how the hell did India pull that off? I thought, man, no way could they do that. I thought, I got up in the morning, I thought Australia, big chance.
This is on the fifth day, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they'd hold on India, but I thought we'd win,
Yeah.
Next minute, no, boom. I thought India deserved it. They really deserved it. Even though I thought we lost, I thought, wow, they really earned that. And I thought, man, good luck to them,
Yeah, that was incredible, wasn't it?
It really was well done.
They had to get 245 in the last two sessions, which nobody would normally get in a full day, especially on the fifth day.
I'm watching it thinking, you're torn. You're thinking, man, this can't be happening. But at the same time, respect. These boys are really digging in, and it wasn't their best team either.
No.
That's what I'm thinking. That's really next level. So good luck to them. I thought, what can I say? I'm disappointed though. I thought, oh.
Well, as an Australian, you're disappointed, but in terms of the spectacle, it was great to see India win. Huh?
Now India, man, I thought, wow. I didn't want to lose like I heard, but you guys did well. Like really well, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, thanks, Neil. Thanks for your time. That was great having. Thanks. I really appreciate
Yeah,
that.
no worries, boys. Anyway, well done, boys.
Thank you. Hi, it's Norman Kochannek for Eyes on Cricket. I've got Brendan here with his young family. You guys are into cricket, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what's your take on this whole Test match, India and Australia? How they went and what happened?
Yeah, out of control. Just one of the most entertaining series ever. India, like, amazing. Just off the canvas after the first. Just how they saved the second and how they won that last one at the Gabba. Like,
It's amazing, isn't it?
it's probably one of the best victories ever in Test cricket.
I have to.
Yeah.
Especially.
The batting, that was so good.
Yeah, the
I
batting
just,
on the
that
fifth
was
day.
so well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah?
that's a place.
Yeah.
Who was your favourite batter?
Besides
I reckon
this-
Washington was pretty good.
Washington Sundar. He was
Yeah.
damn good, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was really good.
And he had very little experience, and he was like a professional, wasn't he?
Get in there, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was so long.
Yeah, come and hold it.
Hello.
We didn't see you there. So just say that again, if you don't mind. Who was your favourite?
I said Washington.
Washington.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
played really well.
Yeah.
Really confidently as well for the
Yeah, it's quite
newest
amazing.
player.
Now, get your father in as well. Just come
Yeah.
in.
Yo.
Look, you guys, it's so impressive to be able to watch a series. And okay, Australia lost, but it still had a warm feeling, didn't it?
Yeah,
An
it was-
amazing result. They didn't
Yeah.
deserve it.
No, it was crazy. Like, and I don't think there's no cricket fan that would be sour about that. It was full respect to India, and like, you can imagine what they'd be like at
Yeah.
home, bro.
Oh. It's absolutely crazy back there, I'll tell you right
Yeah.
now.
Oh man, like and they deserve it. And if you think back, like, how many years ago was that when Clarkey kind of nailed him at the end and whatever?
Almost 10 years.
Okay, now that was just that feeling for Australia, but I think that tops like anything I've seen. Even going back to how England saved like that test. I think this is even better because it was a depleted team, no captain. It was like I don't know how they did it, but it was some sort of team magic and belief. It was just the best.
It certainly was.
So, yeah, well done, India.
It'll go down in
Come on,
cricket. Yeah, it'll go down in cricket history as like one of the most insane test series.
And how old are you?
I am 12.
So you're 12 years old. What's your name?
Kai.
Clyde?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kai.
Clyde. So Clyde here.
You know,
Sorry?
Kai.
Ty. Ty isn't Ty. Ty here. Ty, well, it wasn't a Ty, that's for sure, was it? So Ty, you're 12 years of age. When your grandchildren, when you have grandchildren, which is a long way off, you're going to be telling them all about this match, aren't you, as well?
Oh yeah, of course.
All the best. Well, thank you. Thanks,
Well
Ty.
done, India.
Thanks, Neil.
Well done, guys.
All the best, huh? Thank you very much. And what's your name?
Samantha.
And hold up a bit higher there. Can you? Hang on, I'll get the camera down, and we'll get you on camera as well. There you go. What's your thoughts? Tell me what you think. This is to a 1.5 billion Indians who are listening to you now.
Well done, India. I didn't really watch the cricket.
But who won?
India.
India. You knew that much. That's very important. Thank you for your time. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate that. All the best. I have none other than the esteemed Ken Yardy, an experienced Indian traveller, an Indian cricket player, cricket tragic, probably knows more about cricket than most people I've ever met. I'm going to get his take on the India versus Australian series, in particular the 5th day of the Test.
Oh, mate, that was marvellous,
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was great, and it was good to see the Indians come back from that. Was it 36 in Adelaide,
Yeah.
and after all the dramas with COVID, and they didn't whinge too much about being in hotels and lockdowns and stuff like that. And the game was played in a great spirit. But that last day, that was great. We actually stopped work and listened to it in cars, and then went to somebody's place and watched it on TV, and it was excellent. And it's really good. Like, we lost, but it was great to watch the Indians play, especially the young blokes. Like, it just shows the depth of Indian cricket.
Who was your favourite?
Um,
You can name more than one.
Yeah. Look, I've got to say, I reckon it was a really Washington.
Washington Sundar.
Yeah. Yeah. For a guy who was sort of like a junior and then sort of came through and just starts playing and he kills it. Like, it's great. Like, it's not often you see people like that on debut, and I just hope that he keeps it up.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You're right. Well, he's in the squad for the England series.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
this is excellent.
Yeah. No, I thought he played well, and it's always nice to find a guy that I think 60 odd on debut. How many wickets did he
3
get?
in the first innings.
Yep. Yeah.
2 in the second.
Yeah. So he got 5 in a match, better than what I usually do. And then
Yeah, well, that's true. I can vouch for that.
I'm still 1 wicket for 2 runs last season, so it's still pretty good for my rare occasions of bowling.
Ken's he loves India. Toured India. How many times have you been to India now?
We toured I've been to Sri Lanka twice, and
Yeah.
we did Sri Lanka in 2009. We did a 1-month tour there, and that was gold. That was just cricket magic.
Yeah.
And I'd love to do it again, maybe after the lockdown, as long as I can handle the heat. And I've got to say, I went there in wedding season, which was even better, and I went to 3 Indian weddings, and I've got to say, they are sensational. Everybody should do one.
Now, that's an offer, guys. All you viewers out there, invite Ken Yardy. I'll make sure he gets the information. You make comments to my video, and I'll make sure that Ken gets invited to all your cricket tournaments in the future. This is Norman Kochannek. Thanks, Ken.
Thank you, Norman. It's been great fun.
Well, stay tuned. We'll see more of Ken and the rest of the people we've interviewed on Eyes on Cricket with Norman Kochannek.